Assistant coach Stephen King joins us for Coach's Corner this week. Kingy, it was a fantastic first quarter last week, but can you explain what happened after that first term?
Yeah, look, we just weren't able to sustain the, that work rate and commitment to each other, just to, do the little basics that we sort of do pride ourselves on. And unfortunately, we've done it again for a quarter, but not being able to sustain it. So, pretty gutting sort of feeling for the group, and one we'll try and get right and put together for 4 quarters this week.
And how have you seen the performances of Aaron Sipos and young Jamie Cripps?
Yeah, look, they've probably been the shining lights throughout the last month or so. Aaron's just been fantastic. The way he's just got tremendous footy talent, and just a real sort of keen football sense. He knows where the goals are. He's just moves really well, and he's just got that sort of smart, football sort of brain in him. And young Cripps just gets on the end of the ball. He's a fantastic athlete, and those two have really been generating some a bit of excitement amongst the group. Even though we're not going that well, there's it gives everyone a bit of hope that what the future's got installed for the club.
And we face Melbourne this week. They've got a dangerous forward line and a pretty good midfield. Which do you see is the sort of area that we've got to stop them?
Yeah, I guess midfield, that's probably the one area we've been down a bit in, and being a midfield coach, sort of feeling the pressure of that, knowing that Melbourne, when they win, they do clear the ball a lot and score well from stoppages. So if we can match it with them there, and look, at the end of the day, if the midfield's going well, it won't go in there as much. So although their forwards are dangerous with Jara and the likes, I think the midfield's where most games of footy are won and lost.
And the D's have lost Mark Jamer. Do you see that as an area where you can sort of get on top?
Yeah, look, he's probably one of the most I think dominant big men in the game at the moment. But in saying that, they still won the clearances last week. Stephen Martin and Michael Newton are both very competitive and athletic. So that with combined with a lot of third ups that they got during the week, they still had a pretty good influence from stoppages. So I think if anything, it probably makes them a little bit more unpredictable, which we've probably found even last week once Hale got injured, having Roughhead and stuff in there, it sort of throws things out a bit. So we'll have to just still do our work now and try and see if we can get on top there.
And just on our ruck, who do you see as the main players who can support Benny Mack there while Gardy's still recovering from his injury? Yeah,
look, I guess the positive thing, touching on Gardy, is that speaking to him today, he's pretty upbeat. His knees feel really good, and we just got to. Although we want to rush him back now, we just have to put enough work in him to make sure he'll be able to sustain that workload through an AFL season once he gets back. So hopefully, fingers crossed, he'll be back soon. But I guess it's just guys like Cozzy's been in there at times, and he's building back to sort of a fitness level that's required for AFL footy. So the more games he gets into him, he'll be better in there. And I think he likes running around, being competitive, and gives him that sort of free rein playing in the midfield. And I guess too, Reece Stanley, Daniel Archer, and even Jason Blake. They're all guys. I guess now you see a lot of teams with only the one sort of recognised ruckman. So it sort of gives guys another little string to their bow if they can just compete and sort of use their athletic abilities to get a bit of the ball. It sort of helps the team out.
Yeah, and I know it's early in the week, but will you look to make any changes and bring anyone else in?
Yeah, look, we're still sort of yet to have match committee, but I think just judging, there's really an opportunity now there for some young boys if they put their hand up. But we'll just try and reward effort and guys that are playing good footy at Sandringham. So I think there's been a few solid contributors down there. Look, Winmar, Brett Peake's been handy down there. Geary, Simpkin, Tommy Walsh. So look, there's enough there, and we just need to find the right balance of guys who are committed and want to take a step forward and get the club back up to where it needs to be. So, but I guess a lot of that will come down to attitude on the track and obviously performances now on weekends.
Thank you.